So I'm kind of starting this because I discovered that that my school has these microphones that you can just rent for free, and I was like, well, I should take advantage of these resources before I graduate. So as a senior, I'm just going to be recording whatever I feel like recording in the moment and then post them. So this is my first one. Um, this will be mostly for myself to look back on later. Recently, I was scrolling through my notes. Recently, as in a few seconds ago, I was scrolling through my notes to find something to talk about. And I found a note from September 22nd, where I wrote, you pick the decoration for your misery. And I have no additional text, so I don't know what prompted this. But I feel like this is a good quote to remember. I feel like this sort of applies to loneliness. Sometimes I'll have these bouts of loneliness that like don't really make sense. Like I have so many people around me, and luckily I'm very blessed to also have really great friends. But really randomly, sometimes I like hung out with people that very day, but I just feel very lonely. Or sometimes it makes sense, like there's no one around me, or I haven't seen someone in a while, and then I feel lonely. But either way, the external situation hasn't usually changed. Like it's not like I had a friendship breakup or like my family no longer cares about me. It's just like something's going on in my brain, and then I've concluded that I'm lonely. But even in those moments, I feel like it's just a feeling, like a negative, bad feeling that I have that I attribute to feeling lonely. And so I feel like this quote is the same mingnak, like it's the same context, same idea, where we kind of blame something in our life for the way we feel. And the way we feel could totally be something biological or otherwise. Maybe it's something more buried deep that we haven't really explored, that occasionally comes poking their head out and says like, hi, like you haven't resolved me yet. And it just makes you feel kind of bad in those certain moments. But then we'll usually turn to things that are more obvious, like, oh, I'm miserable because I don't have a job. I'm miserable because I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. I'm miserable because I don't have this very specific external thing. And it's possible to a certain degree that having those things could make you happier. But I feel like actually the source of misery comes from somewhere else, like somewhere deeper. And I felt this when I was at my meditation retreat. I went to a 10-day Vipassana retreat. It's basically a 10-day meditation retreat where you don't really socialize with anyone. You meditate for 10 hours a day. You eat facing a wall or window. You try not to make eye contact with people. And during those 10 days, like I really didn't do much. But I didn't feel lonely despite not talking to anyone. I mean, obviously I was surrounded by people, but I wasn't interacting with them, and they were all strangers to me. And I just felt really, really like, I don't know, at peace. I had a couple cry sessions, felt lighter afterwards. And I remember thinking like, oh, like this feeling that I feel right now, it wouldn't be so bad to feel this way for a long time. Like if I became a monk and decided to do this like full time, like this isn't so bad, this feeling that I feel in this moment. But yeah, it's interesting how like I have so many ups and downs in my emotion, but nothing about my external circumstances have changed. And so then like this semester I kind of figured out a couple ways to break myself out of this like negative pit, because I realized like, oh, I don't need to like change anything that extreme in order to make myself feel better. I just kind of sort of need to break this mental pattern. Anyways, I'm feeling kind of tired, so I'm gonna go to sleep. I think, and this will just be an interesting series. Yeah, I just want to try posting something and be consistent about it, so I can't really keep the quality high for now. Um, but yeah, I just hopefully people are feeling who are feeling bad in the moment. Um, you guys can also, for me at least, attributing that feeling to a feeling and not an external thing made me feel a lot less helpless. Anyways, good night.